Welcome.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Things wigging out a little bit. Want to say something?
Yeah, me, good.
Yo?
What's up?
Mate, Dane, yeah, we got you loud and clear.
Alright, Africa, I'll just get you to mute Michael mute mine as well, and we'll let Tpain.
Yeah, Africa, I'm keen to hear it, because that's what it reminds me of, and yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm keen for you to hear it, man.
James and OG, of course. Yeah. Mason's on some... Mason, what's happening?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, sorry, my shit was just bugging out crazy.
Are you on a computer or your phone?
Yeah, I'm on a computer.
Sounds. Where you posted up tonight?
Just at the crib, man.
Or in the studio?
Huh?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, where you at, studio or the crib, but yeah, you posted up at home. You're chilling.
Just chilling.
Easy, bro. We're gonna give it a couple of minutes before we properly get started and do a little intro and start our proper chat. Just give a chance for a few more people to join. But the best thing about all of our AMAs and stuff, like people who miss out tonight on the live chat and being able to respond to you and ask any questions, as we go, typing in our general chat. Yeah, we'll be whacking this up on like our YouTube and putting it up for everyone to hear after this, tonight. But man, yeah, it's cool to have you on our final night of our song comp. We've had another 16 entries today. I know I'm hoping for another couple of artists to come through, and I know they're keen to hear, how you get through making songs and touring and doing your shit, because you've been in it for a minute, and obviously it's just taken off in the last couple of months. So yeah, that's something I definitely want to touch on with, how you keep that balance with your work and your brain in the right headspace.
Yeah, 100%. So I had to sort of like share it, because I feel like a lot of people don't see the different parts of the music other than just hearing it. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. Like the whole back end of it, when you go all in and you start taking it that extra mile of investing in yourself and everything that comes with it, with your merch, your videos, your tours, and your flights and stuff like that, to be treating it like work, still obviously enjoying it, because that's where the authenticity comes from. But because it's so fun, people forget how to carry themselves across that, to get up and make music when they used to just do it as a hobby after the 9 to 5 and this and that. And it can feel strange to start by enjoying exactly what you're doing, but that's the gift of music and really becoming an artist.
Yeah, 100%, bro. There's a lot to it, bro. There's a lot that goes into it. End of the day,
yes,
it's just dope that I get to do this, and I can just make music for a living and chill out, not have to work for somebody else, which is dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're on your own watch. You're setting your alarms for yourself, not to turn up to someone and go, "I'm here on time."
Yeah, 100%. But it definitely comes with more responsibility over because it's not on someone else to handle your shit.
Yeah, it comes back to you, like handling your shit. There's no one else to say, "Hey, you didn't tell me to go here," or what was going on. It's you're carrying the weight of the whole career.
Exactly.
So we got a couple other guys in here as well. We've got a couple of the Hoodstarz team. We got Teeb joining. Thanks for joining, Teeb. We got Africa in here. He's out in South Africa actually. He had a last minute entry, put it in today. Spent the last 6 hours making a beat. and you know, putting his track together and got in a couple of hours before our deadline tonight. So, you know, props to these guys, like, coming through and showing us, like, you know, that real Hoodstarz mentality of, you know, this is what it takes to grow out of the space we're in. Yeah, putting that work in where no one else sees the vision.
For sure.
So I reckon, we'll give it one more minute, and then I'll do a little intro for our YouTube AMA after this. But what'd you get up today, bro? Like, you still chilling from the week, coming down from you know, the back end of your tour and traveling and everything like that? What'd you get up to today?
Yeah, I mean, today I just sort of had like a creative meeting with the team, just about, you know, next releases and just preparing for the future type thing. Had that, and then my parents actually came down. They've come down to Sydney for the weekend, so scooped them from the train station, took them to Rache to show them how we're doing in Sydney. And yeah, now just, you know, jumping in for the little AMA, getting amongst it.
Right, that's cool. What do your parents think of, like, Sydney coming from, like, Newcastle? Have they been there before, or?
Like, I mean, they've been to Sydney, so like my mom hadn't come down to visit me before. Like, my dad's come down before, but it was good. They just they just missed me. I think it's been harder and harder to get back to Newcastle, so they were like, "Fuck, waiting around. We'll come to you."
Bro, that's mad. Like, I've only seen like snippets of your dad jumping off the roof in that clip. Like, he seems like a fucking legend, man.
Yeah, bro. Oh, my mom joined in video. My mom's in it. Yeah,
how you doing, Mrs. Dane? thanks for coming in for the chat.
You gotta unmute and say something. There you go.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm so sorry.
No, we appreciate you coming through it and listening in and navigating through the whole Discord space. It's it's new and it's growing quick, and thanks for joining us.
That's all right.
I was just touching on Dane. Like, I guess let's get it started. We got Mason Dane here. We're going to touch on, like, everything from the last 3 months. You've had a crazy, wild ride going, you know, to the States, shooting multiple videos. You drop your first album, all this shit. Your new merch. You just done your hometown tour. I guess let's take it back to a little something fun of, like, that one take stay down that you did locally. I don't know if that was your house or your friend's house, but yeah, I really liked what you pulled out. Something simple. You had the homies pull up and even your dad jumping off the roof. Like, talk us through, like, how that idea came about and even the process on day, like, with all the, you know, the close people around you making that shit.
Yeah, man. So it was sort of just like Stay Down came about because we'd pretty much, like, I'd had my EP in the tuck for a minute. We sort of finished it while in lockdown, the most recent lockdown, the last one. And like, Dash took off and Tpain reacted to my thing and it did its thing. And we were like, oh shit, we got this EP to come at the start of next year. But sort of like, what are we gonna do in the meantime? Because now people are expecting something from me. So yeah, we were just sort of looking at songs that we had sitting there, and Stay Down was one that came to mind because we sort of wanted to delve into that, you know, like that more Oz rap feeling, because we hadn't really touched it before, and I just sort of found his voice, and we were like, ah, cool. So maybe Stay Down's the one, and we were like, shit, it'd be fire to shoot a music video just at home, and we shot it at my parents' house in Newcastle. And we were like, we just had the idea of this caravan. We just had, because obviously I sort of came up making music in a caravan, and we were like, yeah, like, we got to incorporate it somehow. Just like tell the story of where it all started. And we were like, who should we get for the video? And we ended up, you know, finding the last edition, or, you know, one of my managers, Manny, he'd known Connor. And yeah, we just tapped in with him. He's like, yo, cool, let's do it. Like, we had like 4 days notice. Like, cool, I'll come up next week. We'll drive up to Newcastle. I had all the boys come up. And we're like, cool, we'll do this sort of like one take type thing. And Man, it was cool. Literally in a few days, everybody just came up to Newcastle, and man, it was sick. We really like for the process of the video, like we really only did like three takes out the front and like two takes out the back, and we just sort of molded those like the transition together. So technically, it's like a two take, but yeah, now we it was dope, and the whole dad jumping off the roof thing was believe it or not, it was just like
Yeah.
entirely his idea. That was like all his idea. he's like, oh, jump off the roof if you want. I'm like, oh, ha, ha, like laughed it off. He's like, nah, I'm serious. Like, I'm dead serious. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
Bro,
And then
you
I sort of
literally
like shrugged
say
it
that
off,
in
and then
your
the day
lyrics,
came.
too.
Yeah, yeah. And the day came back around. What was that?
I was saying, yeah, you literally say that in your lyrics, so like jumping off the roof, and then your dad's like obviously bumping your song as well, and he's catched on to that, and he's like, I'm jumping off the roof, I'm coming through.
Yeah, and he really paraded for it too. But then on the day we're like, you sure you want to do it? He's like, yeah, man. I told you I'm down. I'm ready for it. And he got up on the roof, and the video was like the roof was like super weak because like the house had just been hit with like a hailstorm like a few days before. So like there's like holes in this plastic roof, and he's up there, and it's like crackling, and we're all like, oh my god, like this, it's fucked. And then but he just sent it. We were like, all right, cool. So we've really got like we were losing the sun. We're like, all right, cool. We've really got like one take, but we can do two. So like let's do it. And like he just sent it, bro. And we're like, all right, cool. We just like timed it out. We're like, okay, you got to jump at this point. And man,
Yeah.
just perfect, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's so solid to hear as well. Like the little Easter eggs of the clip as well. Like I always fuck with like the caravan, and the one shot mentality, or like the end result of it being a continuous take. And then having that tie-in of like, this is where the journey, started. Staying down, holding it down back in your hometown at your parents' place, and then having your parents come through. I feel like those little stories, is what, ties, the authenticity to you, and like, your whole, fan base, community, and people supporting you doing what you do, because it's just all real. It's not like, I got this because it looked cool. It's like, it evolved looking cool from this is where it started. I was sitting in here at my parents' house, making beats, or laying tracks down, laying verses down, writing and doing this, to evolve into like a killer clip with, last edition. That was hard.
Yeah, I think that's really like the reason. I think it's really the reason that like a lot of people gravitated towards it, because like really it's just me being me. It's not, we're not trying to be super cool or try to be like hard cunts. It's like, like we even saw the comment. It's like someone commented like these vapes, these fucking crazy vape builds are like the new guns in videos. Like it's just cool that it's like, yeah, we're just being ourselves and just having fun, and to do it at home was hectic, and have all the boys come out was sick.
Yeah, honestly, man, was that the first video you shot at home? Because I know you did another one. It looked like you shot it actually down my way, down like in Bulli, or near the Seacliff Bridge, where you're on that chair and stuff. Was Stay Down the first home video, or was that other video shot in your hometown too?
Like it was the first video we shot in Newcastle, because obviously my first music video was with you guys, Riri, and we shot that in Sydney. And then we shot, what was the next video? We shot one at the house that never ended up coming out for my song with Creed called Remy. And we also had the Dash video, which we shot all in Sydney too. So yeah, it was the first time going back home and shooting something in Newcastle. It was great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, honestly, I feel like that. Yeah, it all just like fell into place with just the lyrics, your hometown, staying down, holding it down. I reckon that's Yeah, let's touch on that first video as well, because I mean, I'd obviously met you a couple of times through Manny and the crew at the house and the studio and things like that. And I remember hearing your stuff, like even some other stuff. I think you know, Manny was wording me up, like you doing stuff for other artists and putting this stuff out. And he's like, yo, this like Mason's on. It's about to go. He's talented. Work ethic is through the roof. Like, you know, it was all, ticking all the boxes of like, you know, where you are today and where you're going. And it was, you know, at the time I was like super humbled to be able to have that privilege to shoot the first video for Riri, and even how that stuff fell together, like with the VHS and, you know, pulling some locations for my buddy's house. They were actually moving out the next day. He was out of Sydney, moving back to Queensland, and he let us just like take over his place and do all that. Yeah, I was super. I know I was super humbled to take on the first video. I already had like, you know, I work with a lot of artists, and when I heard your stuff, and I already kind of was hearing not only from Manny but the rest of the crew of, you know, where you're at and where you're going. It was, for me, it was just a launching pad, and I was so respected to like at least have a go at shooting that first video. And you know, let's talk through like how that idea came about. Like pretty much we had like the like what was different from Riri compared to, you know, the song was a bit softer or a bit more R&B compared to like Dash and those hard hitting songs. But what was your vision for your first video? And because I literally just piggybacked off your ideas. Like I directed it, but I mean, you came through with all those ideas, and that was your vision.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, so I put out Riri like a couple years beforehand. I put it out like it was like pretty much like the last song I put out before I started coming to Sydney, and I sort of took a break from releasing to build my catalog and just work on writing and getting better as an artist. So we yeah, I put it out and it didn't really do what I wanted it to do. It did alright, but I just had really big visions for it. So we were sort of like, yeah, maybe we should like, cause you know, I just signed like a development deal with Warner, and we were like, okay, so what's the first drop? And we're like, man, I'd love to revisit Riri, and we always had like I created this little like visualize a lyric video thing originally with just like some clips from like this Rihanna, Fenty, some promo video, and I just cut it together and put lyrics over the top, and that was a visualizer. But when it came around, and you know, I just you know, I finally got, you know, somewhat of a machine behind me, and you know, some budget that I could tap into to make some videos. I never really made one, and but you know, obviously I knew about you boys just through Travi and Manny and, you know, everybody that you guys have been working with for ages. And you know, I had the idea, and I think we might have been at someone else's shoot or something, and I just said, yo, I got this idea, we should do it. And really all I wanted to do was just replicate that visualizer that I made, but just have it be content that we couldn't get sued for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this the same as Stay Down. It was a pretty quick like turnaround. We were like, all right, cool. Like you were busy. We were like, all right, okay, let's do it Tuesday. And we just like locked in and last minute scrambled, and man, it was dope. It was dope to get it in. And it was my first experience, you know, being at a video shoot, and I think as well, like sort of sort of established that motif in my own visuals of that VHS flair, and stuff like that. Like I've really kept that with me even now these days. Like I roll around with a little VHS camera, just filming everything. But it was cool to be like, you know, oh, so this is like actually like shooting a video and not just like having your friend record something on a phone while you rap. Like it was proper. And then like seeing the foot, like when I got the first draft back, and like I'm looking at like these shots from like Aaron's camera, and it like looks crazy and the colors are fucked. I was like, wow.
Yeah, bro. I feel like that was such a big step to take as well. Like, things fell like things worked out for us to, you know, book it straight 3 days from now on the Tuesday, coming straight in, you know, when you're like, hey, let's do a video. I'm like, cool, next Tuesday. You were ready to go already. You had your fits, you had your vision. I just had to sort, you know, the things on my end. But when it came through, you were pulling up ready and diving into the deep end as well. Like stepping up with myself, as I feel like sometimes as a director as well, if you're not used to being on set and sort of seeing, you know, the setup of, you know, we had Maxed Out Films doing the lights, we had Aaron Bull shooting it, we even had your homie up from Newcastle as well. I met one of your buddies. Yeah, that was cool to like even just see like some of your real close mates, and he was blown away by seeing what you were doing for the first time, shooting a crazy clip that was just looking fire. We had the A team on board with the lighting and the shots, and you know, we went for a couple hours that night too. But even just seeing seeing it all unfold, and even through your friend's first experience of seeing his mate going, he's doing it, he's pulling it off, and like it was inspiring seeing his reactions to you of like, this is it, like my boy Mason is out here doing it real, doing it big, and having a team, you know, make your vision come to life. Like, you know, that's what I do. It's like, I'm coming in to make your vision. Yeah, I direct it, but at the same time, it's both of us together. Like, we directed that shit together, and for your hometown buddy to come through and see that, like, that shit is priceless for me. For seeing them see you do big and do good, it was and that was just the beginning.
No, that's dope, and that's crazy. My friend Beckett, who was there that day, he's now like my photographer. Like, we just took him on the tour, and he's been really dipping his toes in taking photos. He takes really sick like film flicks, and he's just now getting into like the digital side. And it's dope to sort of like, because you know, he was there from the start before I was making music. Me and him were tight, and it's like we'd sit down and be like, oh, we're gonna go to LA and we're gonna blow up. We're gonna do all this shit, and like, you know, now things are finally moving, and you know, I'm able to bring him on tour with me, and he's like, man, he's just like, we're sitting in the hotel, he's like, man, we're really doing this stuff. So it's like, it's super sick to be able to like, you know, have people from the start that are, you know, get to see it all and get to come with.
Yeah, they really saw it as well. They weren't kind of just like chiming in and being like, you know, yes, man, and pumping your tires up with like, yeah, it's a cool song just in the moment. It was like those guys who are, you know, still sticking around and kicking it with you, and while you're sitting back writing, hey, I'm doing my thing, but you look to your left and your right, and your homies are still there, you know, doing their thing, and they're, you know, playing FIFA or doing what, but they're still in the room, so that when you're doing the late nights, you're not doing it alone, and that's showing the support to just back you as well, to be able to like vent and have those conversations and speak this shit into reality.
Yeah, 100%, bro. It's super sick, and I'm just super grateful for it, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. It's like it's a testament to your character, man. Like, the last 3 months has really taken off, and like, you know, you're still staying true to, you know, your friends and your hometown, and like with that, tell us a little about your journeys and your train rides, because you did your EP, which was sick on the train, how you had the crew pull up and you were on the train and you're walking through Sydney. Like, for me, that's an iconic moment for like Australian music. Like, I look at that, and that was the biggest vibe, having the whole team there on the train through the city. Like, did you guys get it from Newcastle, or talk us through that story?
Yeah, bro, that thing was crazy. Like, we were just like, it was like the day before I went to America, right? And we were sort of like, fuck, I'm gonna be in America when this project comes out. And we'd spend so much time like building this world for it, and all the content was like, you know, train themed, because obviously, you know, when I was first coming to Sydney, I didn't really know anybody, so I'd be catching the train from Newcastle every day, and it's like, you know, 3.5 hours there, 3.5 hours back. So I was really like, you know, putting in hours to get like free studio time and stuff, which I was just super gassed about. And yeah, it came time to put out a project, and we were like, man, what can we do that's different to sort of like build some buzz and get everybody involved in my story a little more. And yeah, Ziggy we were just in a meeting, and my manager Ziggy just went, what if you do an acoustic performance on the train? I just went, fuck no.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so far out of my comfort zone, but and I realized you can't stay in your comfort zone forever, and I sort of was like, this is gonna be a crazy moment, outside of me just being like, oh no, it's like I don't want to perform in front of people on a train. Like the moment's worth way more than that little bit of like, oh, what if people are like looking at me weird, or what if I sing it wrong? So we just planned it out because it was they used to have the old trains with like the purple seats. They had those that went
Yeah.
from Newcastle to Sydney, and basically like Ziggy's like, yo, it's gotta be those trains. It's gotta be them. But we couldn't find any that were going from Newcastle to Sydney, so they're actually more
Yeah.
used now for the Blue Mountains line.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so pretty much what we did was we had everyone
You track down
waiting
the
at
train.
Strathfield. So everyone like we sort of put out like an invite, like a RSVP thing, and we had so many people that we couldn't physically invite everybody. We just picked a bunch of people at random,
Far
picked a couple
out.
of people that we wanted there, a couple of industry people, um, and
Mhm.
we pretty much just dropped the location and say, yo, the train's coming to Strathfield at whatever it was, 5:20 or something. Be there. If you
Yeah.
miss it, you miss it. But we're
Yeah.
about to make a moment, and it was dope too. Like it was pretty much like we were gonna jump on at Blacktown, and then
Mhm.
set up on the train, do everything, and then we're like, oh shit, me and Liam were running late, and we're like, fuck, if we miss this train, it's fucked. So Liam like sped with his keyboard to make it to the train. We're like, oh shit, we're not gonna make it to Blacktown, so we got to go to Parramatta and get on at that stop. But if we don't get on at Parramatta, we miss, and the whole thing's over. And we're like, I'm in the Uber, I'm like losing my mind, I'm stressing crazy, and then boom, it's like 5 minute delay, and we finally made it there, bro, and got on. Like Liam had made it to Blacktown, so he was all good. They were setting up, so I just got on, chilled for one stop, and then boom, like I sat upstairs, and then everybody just flooded in, and I didn't even, I didn't get to see who was there, and then
Yeah.
Frank,
Yeah.
my DJ introduced me. We start playing the
Yeah.
song. I come down the stairs, and I'm just like, what the fuck? There was like this. When I say this train carriage was like packed to the back, like we probably crammed like 50 people into a fucking into like a train carriage, man. It was crazy, and the performance was so fun playing these songs like acoustically. I'd never played them acoustically, and it was a teaser for the project because no one had heard anything, so it was sick. And then we played like 3 or 4 songs, I think, and then we got to Central. Everybody jumped off at Central. We got a big group photo, like the cover art of Chasing Home, like sitting in front of the Central sign, and we just had everybody in it. And then yeah, we just all mobbed to Butter in Surrey Hills, and that was just a vibe, bro. Like 55 people like walking through the streets of Sydney with like this big like portable speaker with a microphone, and we're just like walking through Central, like just causing a mark. They were so sick of us, but it was such a sick moment, and like just something that people hadn't seen before, and it was just such a sick moment, and like a really cool send off before I went to America, bro.
Bro, like literally owning it with the mob of like one. First off, like Frank, he is a fucking crowd pleaser. He definitely knows how to run his stuff and warm everybody up. Like he's an essential and integral part of the team. Like props to Papa Frank. Like he does his thing and he plays a big hand in not only you but everyone else in the team. But even playing your music for the first time, how good was that? Like seeing the audience of like not only like friends and industry people, but those other people you invited in to experience that. Like when they're hearing the first music for the first time, and like they haven't been able to hear it at home and get used to the lyrics or this like the new beats and like literally you're testing it out and seeing their reactions. Like what did that feel like?
Bro, it was mad nerve wracking, bro. Like, because especially like, I've been for the last like 6 months, I've just been putting out like hard hip hop songs, putting out bangers, and then this is like this project was really like sentimental and told my story a little bit more and was super super personal, and it was very pop. You know what I mean? It was very pop. It wasn't, it really stepped away from the hip hop side of things, and like I was super nervous, but everybody was just like, I think everyone was just enjoying the music. They weren't focused too much on, oh, this is the new thing. This is the, we got to critique it. Like people, I think people were just like, just like me, we were just wrapped up in this like, this is a sick moment. Let's just like, we're just playing some songs and enjoying ourselves. Like, oh yeah, it was definitely like the most nervous I've been for a show. It was crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like the experience of them just enjoying the experience and feeling that to just they're wrapped up in the hype and being present in this pretty much historic moment. Like it really is an iconic moment. Like I've seen the footage. You see the crowd and you see how everyone's just like hanging out, boxed around you in the aisle, like and with your music, like you said, it's straying away from some of that more hard sort of rap style or like pump up tracks. Like this was like diving into your story and Mason Dane, and it was kind of like up and down. And for them to experience that and see kind of more of your character that you're putting on show through your lyrics and even your performance, yeah, that's like a special moment to share.
Super special, bro.
Yeah, bro. So what's next? Like in the next coming weeks, like you had a team meeting today. We'll touch on definitely like everyone's dying to hear some of the inside stories of you heading over to Atlanta and Tpain, which we will dive into in a minute. But just right now, kind of, are you taking it day by day, or have you got a pretty packed out schedule coming up, or things are moving pretty quick on your end, and how are you managing that? With yourself and the team around you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like this next month was meant to be like entirely blocked out because obviously I was meant to be going on tour with Tpain in America, and fell through due to visa stuff, and it's gonna take too long to get it done. Just it's super out of our hands. So I've come to I've come to terms with it. But yeah, nah, like we've sort of been in this sort of like limbo at the moment, just like figuring out what's next. But nah, it's for now. Like today, our meeting was more like, now I've just finished a deal, like a development distribution type deal. So we're sort of looking at what the next step is. But now, like I think for now, we're just setting up like the next few releases, and doing it independent, which is it's exciting, but also it's a lot of work. So just preparing everything and just getting things ready. But now that I've got this month off, we're sort of looking to fill the space because now I've sort of become so used to just like every day doing stuff that I have a day off and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure you understand the grind. You know what I mean? Like having stuff on every day, and then you get some time off, and sometimes it's like, finally. But like lately, I'm just like, man, I need to be doing something. I can't just sit here and do nothing all day. But yeah, man.
What's your go-to? I was gonna say, what's your go-to when you do? Yeah, like when you do have a day off, it is hard because we're so busy and we're so driven to do it, and like you do put a few things into place where you've set your team off, you've sent your tracks off, and you're waiting for these things to come back. When that day off does come, is it like, are you just kicking it back? Are you calling your mates? Are you calling your family? You're playing FIFA, or like outside of the music stuff? What are you doing to recharge and wind down?
Yeah, my thing, man. Like, yeah, when I get a day off, it's more just like, yo, I'm gonna hit up Liam, I'm gonna hit up Creed, I'm gonna hit up the boys, I'm gonna go kick it. We'll play some FIFA, go get some lunch or something like that. That's like really like I just enjoy just simple shit, just kicking back, bro. Kicking back with the boys is always a vibe.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like you meet with them so many times with the agenda of like, we're making a beat tonight, I'm laying a track down or a verse or whatever. But then when you can finally actually catch up and like, just talk some real shit, go and eat some food without having to be at the studio, be at a show, be at, a video shoot or a photo shoot and all of that. It's like you're actually just chatting about, I don't know, anything that comes to mind. You're having a laugh and just kicking back. Like that I feel like as well, even, fuels the creativity as well by giving your brain a rest. But it's like being able to talk about real shit of what you might have caught on fucking Netflix if you ever catch anything on the back end, or or anything else is going on. I feel like that is keeping the real life and staying in tune by catching up with your mates that yes you work with, but still seeing what's going on with them. Are you seeing your family? You're going on holiday. Everything else that comes with that. Like that's super important as well, to take those days and see your friends that are your team and your workers, in their own fields. But yeah, to have a day when you kick it back with them and you're not talking music, you're not talking business, you're not talking this, and yeah, it feels tough at the start, and then you look down and you're watching, you've been kicking back with your mates for 10 hours a day, and you're just having a laugh. Then you're like, hey, you know what? I want to do a track now, because you've given your brain a rest. It's like creativity is a muscle.
You need a refresher, and it's there's even times where you really go hard, and you can burn yourself out, and it's good to just take some time and just kick back with the boys, watch a movie, hang out, do nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty necessary.
It definitely, man. There's nothing like putting on like a funny movie, or like I recently watched like the latest Jackass and shit, and that just like all of those guys like hanging out really shows like your buddies and your mates just hanging around, where you're just having a laugh. And like if it's for us, like watching a movie, or I don't know, going down shooting some hoops, or going getting a feed and just going for a shop even. But not to shop for a video, not to shop for anything. It's just you'll kick them back and go, hey, this is fine. I like this. Like that for me is then you fuel it back to your creativity shit without knowing it. It all sort of complements each other.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
So I guess while we're at it though, like, we've sort of saw it like unfold a little bit through like your Instagram and Twitch and stuff like that. But like, what was the first moment, and how did the communication start? And what was the first point of contact from you and Tpain, and how did that actually kick off? Like, what got his attention? It was that reaction video, right? He saw your video and he was just fucking bumping it. Like, how did that happen? And what happened after that when you saw that and you saw him reacting to your shit?
Yeah, bro. It was like, man, it was I'd seen like people like 1-4 and Young and Lips. Pain had reacted to their stuff, and I'd seen it, and I'd like seen his Twitch streams before, and I'm like, I've never seen like these streams where he's like reacting to music. I was like, oh shit, maybe I can get my song in there and do that. And I sort of just spent ages looking on how to join his Discord, and I couldn't find it. And I finally got in, and I'm in there, and I'm waiting. And, oh, true. All right, cool. It'll be I'll just wait for the next one. I'll get in there, get my song reacted to, and then I waited like weeks, and then I'd forgotten about it. And I was just sitting on my computer one day, and the Discord notification came up and was like, "Get your links ready, get them ready." And so I was like, "Oh shit, I made it!" And I got Dash ready, and submitted it. And as soon as I submitted, bro, I messaged just about everybody I knew, and hit them all and said, "Bro, Tpain's about to listen to Dash. Oh my god, everybody tuned into the link." Bro, it was,
bro. Because he had mixed emotions, like coming through, and it was a young cat, and like you just Mason Daned him with your fucking lyrics, your presence, even Liam doing his thing on the track too. He was kind of like, for me, you could see it on his face. He was sitting back going. At the beginning, tried to have a laugh, and then he was like, "Hold on, I need to fucking listen to this." And it just was just hitting him with every fucking wave of, every bar coming through to him.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy, man. Cause obviously, like he'd just gone on that rant about, oh, do something else. Everyone's doing the same shit. Everyone sounds the same. And obviously, Dash isn't reinventing the wheel by any means. It's a pretty standard trap joint, and we knew that for sure, and that was the kind of song we went into the studio to make. And I think the quality of it you just couldn't, like he said, he wants to hate it so bad, but the song's just so good, and he just had this really hilarious reaction, bro, especially so soon after him being like, do something else. And we sort of made him contradict himself, and he's losing like, fuck this motherfucker, man. Like, I'm going to punch him in the face when I see him on the side. And we'd like, because he was going through and he wasn't feeling his shit. Like, he wasn't liking anybody's stuff. And I'm like, oh, shit, I just told everybody to watch. And he's like being blunt with everybody. And he just had that hilarious reaction, bro. And we were like, me and the boys were like, shit, okay, that's a viral clip. Let's put it on TikTok, do a video, like sort of like me reacting to it. And man, I put it up on TikTok, and I woke up the next day and it had 1 million views on it, and I went, what the fuck? It was crazy. And then so the next day I'm in his stream again, and you know, I'm like, yo, I posted your reaction to my song. Shit went viral, and so then his wife brings it up, shows Pain. Pain's like, oh shit, what the hell? Looks at it, sees it, it's got like, you know, that thing grew like super quick. Like in the first day or two, it was like almost at 2 million, and man, it just skyrocketed, and I gained like 50K followers on TikTok in like a day, and man, it was just really crazy. And then from there, like I just made sure that I stayed in his radar. You know what I mean? I'm like, he reacts to so many people's music, and it's like for him, it's just another day of just sifting through songs and listening. But I was like, nah, we gotta do something with this. So I was just making sure that people, you know, was saying my name, and you know, I joined and he'd be like, oh, someone was asking about you before, man, this and that. And then it got to questions where all of a sudden he's going, hey, are you signed? Are you like, would you move to America? This and that, and saying all these things, and you know, I'm just answering, yeah, this is my situation, and then I just so happened to be lucky enough. We were going to watch the Arias at Warner, and I was getting in the car, and I saw that, you know, I saw another Discord notification that said, get your links ready, and I went, oh, Stay Down comes out tomorrow. I've got the unlisted private link sitting here on my YouTube. So I was like, fuck it. I just sent it into him. I was like, cool, Nappy Boy premiere. I got it in. And then I went into the Arias, right? I went in, not focused on anything. I'm just, you know, having some drinks, turning up with everybody, watching the Arias. We weren't really watching the Arias, really. We were just there drinking and turning out and stuff like that. And then, boom, I get an instant notification, take flight, tagged you in a post. And it's like, Tpain says he wants to sign Mason Dane to Nappy Boy. And I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't even get to watch the reaction. And yeah, like from there it was like, he's saying, oh, he wants to sign Mason Nappy Boy entertainment material. He's so fire. We got to get him out here. He's talking like, oh, man, this is the new Mason Dane video. I haven't seen it yet. I'm so excited to see it. And like, we're just like, oh shit. So then that's the point where, you know, my manager Ziggy's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna step in here. And then, you know, he started a conversation with Pain just to sort of like touch base. But the whole time, like, they're like, yo, hit him now for a feature. Hit him now, try and get a feature. Hit him. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, no, like, you know how many people ask Tpain for a feature? I'm like, bro, if he wants to work, like, he'll say it, and I'll wait it out. And I was just like, I'm just like, bro, I'm in contact with Tpain, bro. Like, I'm just super grateful to be able to like talk to him and chop it up. And he FaceTimed me one time, the first time I got to like proper speak on the phone. And he gave me a call, just FaceTimed me, and was like, yeah, man, like, you're just super dope.
Bro, I'm pretty sure I was at the crib when you were getting that call. I'm pretty sure, or it might have been even. I was there when you were getting it. I was in there with Manny, doing, I don't know, like having a fucking meeting or something. And you were in the fucking kitchen, bro. Like that shit was going down, and I'm like, what the fuck? We just came out of like, yeah, you were just in there, just casually going, yeah, you're about to get on this call, and it was like, to this motherfucking Tpain, like, bro, it was.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, just like opening your phone and like seeing like Tpain FaceTime, and like, yeah, you just answer, and I'm like, there's Tpain, and he's just like in this like in his like, he's got like just like behind him just like heaps of like Star Wars memorabilia and like all these crazy things up on the wall, and I'm like, oh fuck, and he's like, he's just talking like super regular. He's like, yeah, man, like, man, I'm just I just wanted to say, like, I'm super proud of you. I'm glad that there's more eyes on you right now. And he's like, bro, like, I just, he's like, whether I, end up signing you or not, like, I just, I want to see you win and I want to see you succeed. So he's like, man, if there's anything I can do to get more eyes on you, bro, like, I know you don't want to ask me, man, but like, I got you with a feature. If you want a feature, I'm like, oh, I'll take one of those, man. And yeah, so he's like, man, like, I don't know what you want to do. If you want to do like a remix to a song or you want to do an original, whatever. He's like, yeah, man, I got you. And yeah, and then I was like, man, for the narrative, like, it'd be so perfect to get him on Dash. So, I sent him a few options. I sent him like Stay Down. I sent him Dash. I sent him a couple of originals. And, then, a couple of days go by. I'm out here. I'm out at like some party, like some club night in the city, and boom, take flight. I join a post. Tpain is recording right now. I'm like, oh fuck! I'm like faded in this club. Like me and Oliver run outside. We're like in the alleyway. Like, oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! I got a Tpain first. And wow, that shit was so crazy. And he worked on it a bunch of times, and kept changing things. He's like, oh no, it could be better doing this and that. And man, some time went by after he finally sent me like the final version. And because I'm always in his Twitch stream, you know what I mean? Like I'm always watching just because I love watching the stream. I'm a fan, so he's like Mason, man, like what are we doing, bro? We got a song to drop. And I'm like, come in. I'm like, kind of needs a video. Low key needs a video. He's like, bro, high key needs a video. Like, we'll make that happen tomorrow. He says, come here, bring a camera, and we'll get it done. And we're like, obviously we're like, oh yeah, like, come here and bring a camera and it's done. Like, yeah, okay, Tpain. Like, so we decided to just sort of call his bluff. We were like, yo, we're gonna come out this
we're
date.
booking.
Yeah, we're like, are you gonna be there? He's like, bro, whatever you need, come on out. And we just pulled up, flew ourselves out and we just I just messaged him on while he was on stream when we got to Atlanta airport. I just went, we're here, bro. He's like, bet. He's like, I'll hit you tomorrow. And the next day comes and he's like, okay, cool. Just come over and just like send me his address. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna get in the house. And it was so crazy, like being in America, like being in the depths of it. And Ziggy put us in a B&B in the hood in Atlanta, and we're sort of like nice and close to stuff we're hearing. And then we so we get in the Uber, pull up to his house. We're like, go down through. He's like, oh, this is how you get through the gate or whatever. But the gate was already open. So all right, cool. We'll just drive down. We get to like the front door, and I text him, I'm like, yo, we're outside. He's like, no, you're not. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, no, you got the house with the basketball court out front. He's like, that is not my house. Get away from that house. I like FaceTime him. Turned out we were like across the road. Like we were like at their neighbor's house. And then their neighbors like hated it. It was like their neighbors had like called the cops on him before and stuff like that. And yeah, bro, like fuck, we literally just pulled up to his house. We went, got super drunk, went on stream, went to the strip club, and the next day, man, we shot this video. And man, he's just a man, bro. He's such a sick cunt, such a regular dude. Like really, like he never made me feel like starstruck. There was obviously a couple moments where I'm like, okay, I'm in Magic City with Tpain right now, so that's pretty crazy. But like he was such a G, and I'm just like it's still pretty crazy that I'm just some kid from Newcastle now. I'm like friend with Tpain. I'm over in America with him. Like it's just something you'd never think of. You know what I mean? When you're young and listening to stuff like Kiss and Low and all these bartender and like yeah, it's just would have never been something on my mind. So I'm just grateful, bro.
Man, it's honestly huge of how fast that just came together, calling his bluff, doing the flight, pulling up, and just getting the instant response as well. Like not even like like here's my address, come pull up. It's not like, oh fuck, all right, tell your people to call my people. I'm free tomorrow or this and that. It was like, sweet bro, here's my address. Come around, and you're pulling up the same day, and just being welcomed into his family and his home. Like that is such a fucking humbling experience, and shows how much respect not only he has for like you and the team inviting your crew that you went there with, but like the respect and the vision he sees coming from you as as a rising artist, to just invite you in and say, yeah, what's mine is yours. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna have a chat, and not even feeling like you need to talk to this person to come here. You need to go here, like booking an appointment. It was like, I got you, and he was sticking true to that word. Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, bro. That's like it's you've been just living in a movie for like the last 3 months, and you're the main character, just pulling this stuff off.
Yeah, bro. It's been a really wild few months, bro. Like it just sometimes the shit doesn't feel real, but like this is what I've really been working for, and this is what I've wanted for a long time. So I'm like enjoying the moments and just trying to stay grounded, stay humble, and just stay hungry too, because I know that there's I'm sure a lot of people who've been put in that position, like they might be like, okay, cool, well, I'm good, I can just chill now. But I'm probably now more than ever, I'm as hungry as I've ever been.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's cool to hear. Especially like, yeah, not just resting on this, the Tpain feature, the Tpain text, acting on those opportunities, and then even following through and staying real with it as well. Like not pulling up and being starstruck and trying to get straight to work. It's like, yeah, I'm hanging out with this dude. He's taking us in, and kind of have a little hangout and figure out just the friendship that evolves from being chill, of not putting your music forward, not asking all this. You're actually just kicking back and going, all right, who's behind Tpain? Like, what's up, bro? Like, hey, what are all these Star Wars figures? What, tell us about how, or like just general chat when you're kicking it. You're not talking business.
Yeah, bro, it's dope, man. He's someone who's been so deep in the industry for so long. Like he really has taught me a lot about different things, and told me about stuff that he's been through that people wouldn't have even known. You know what I mean? Like certain situations that he's been putting on artists for a long time, and been with Nappy Boy been trying to put on artists a lot, and there's been a lot of ups and downs that go with that, and like he's just got heaps of perspective. So to be like taken under someone's wing like who's like that has just been sick. It's been sick. It makes me rethink everything about deals, about about careers, trajectories, and like how to think about things for sure.
Yeah, and even going in with a plan, like how you said you got your next month freed up, and even though you had a plan to do some stuff, but you're kind of taking like a backward step to look at the bigger picture and be like, there's no point rushing this. We want to do it right, and you're making the right call by saying, the stuff you're putting out from here on, as fast as it's moving, it's still going to have your touch on it. We're not going to stick to these timings because people are expecting this to it's keeping the pace, but to just like meet these other expectations, it's all under your watch, it's all under your curation to say it's only coming out when I say it's ready. And that's just that's a boss move on your behalf to not just be trying to pump out and grab the cloud and push out this Tpain stuff. It's like you've still got a plan, you've still got the vision, and you're seeing the long game here of how each of these bricks build the end goal.
Yeah, 100%. I think with everything there needs to be at least some level of preparation. Like there's obviously like a sort of a beauty and a luck of diving into deep ends with things and just taking risks. But I'm at a point now where this next like 6 months to a year, they're really like defining moments of whether I keep growing or whether I stagnate, and I want to be as prepared as I can to make sure that I'm doing the best thing and just making the right moves.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, even the prep like years to get you to this position, like people often forget about like, you know, it was a lucky break you put Dash in. Like, how you coming back to the first release of Riri? It wasn't even the first release. You had released it and not got the response or anything like that was, needed for that clip. And you've gone and made that executive decision to go, let's rerun it with this clip, let's do a re-release. And, all of those steps that you take in your career has led to this moment, like years behind the scenes, back to even that the caravan. It's those moments that have prepped you to be able to navigate through those conversations. And then when you put in the studio with these guys, you've got your 10 songs, 30 songs, or whatever you even have in your vault, you're ready to go. And you're not coming up with something on the fly. Even though you can, bro, you can, as a creative artist of your caliber, it's like you can come up with stuff on the fly when someone's asking you for it, and it's going to be gold. It's a hit. Like, that's your talent as a songwriter, creative lyricism sort of, poet essentially. But you've already done the years of work to get you here to be ready to keep this momentum and keep building with a plan. And I mean, again, that's why the team around you, with the experience they have and finding you at the stage of your career they see the talent, they see the drive, and they see the mentality of like a good person on the inside of, the end goal and the outcome is, whatever you want to be, if it is money, fame, or, success, but all of those things come with your character of being able to continue to create art. Like, your goal is to be an artist and not only inspire other artists, but inspire people who can't do what you do. But when they hear your song at the gym or a party or even on a fucking job site and it's coming through the radio, they get that second wind to go, all right, I'm going to do this. All right, hey, that was hard. When they hear, white Mercedes, I'm going to go buy my missus some flowers. I'm going to take her out. I'm going to treat her right. Because of what you were saying in songs, it's like you're dictating other people's lives because they're gravitating to your character and your personality. And that's the, that's the driving force of a real artist. To, yes, there's some great things that come with it, but all of those things just drive the main mentality of putting your words into a song, because you can't sleep if you're sitting on a beat or sitting on a song. You need to go and record it. And at the end of the day, if you're still doing it in your caravan and you never met the team or things like that, you'd still be doing what you're doing right now, because that's like your burning fire inside as a real musician.
100%, for sure.
Man, so just quickly, when is like the Dash remix coming out with the song? Is there any dates? Are you sitting on it? Because I know you got another couple of releases coming out. You've you just did your tour. If you can spill any of that, or just coming soon. But it'd be great to get a little heads up for us to see when we could possibly expect it for the video or something like that. Have you got a plan, or are you just sitting on it and now you're going to use this next month for your planning to tie it into the next 6 months and onwards?
Yeah. So we've really just started planning, but the real goal, like we wanted to have had it out by now. We were thinking first week of May. We really wanted it out, so it was out for tour and all that stuff. But things often take a lot longer than you expect. But no, we haven't said an exact. We sort of have, but it'll be within the next month, hopefully. The video has been done for a little bit. Man, I'm just so excited to get it out, and I feel like people have been waiting, and we want to give it to them, where they're still excited for it, and it's not like, oh, yeah, this fucking guy left it too long, and now we're not interested. Like, I just want to get it out there, and just build on the momentum that I've been setting up. So I think it's a dope step, and then we've got I've got a couple shows soon that I'll announce too, some more ones, like got a couple at the end of this month and some stuff in July. So we've got a bunch of stuff coming up, and we've really just this meeting we had today, we've sort of planned out. I've got a bunch of like video content as well from America that we're sort of gonna sprinkle between releases, and we've sort of got like the next 3 or 4 joints sort of picked, and it's just about executing on those. But yeah, hopefully the Dash remix will come next month.
That's sick. That's sick, man. And the Dash is still doing strong on all the platforms. It's still a massive hit, and the video is doing well. What with your versatility with your songs that you showed us on your your debut album and stuff like that, what can we expect in these coming releases? Is it a mix of all pop, rap, and some hardstyle stuff, or what do you got coming?
Man, that's the thing. Like we spent all this time to do or like branch out into pop. But I think really like I think we're going back now. At least for the next few, we're just gonna do like a bunch of hard joints, just buzz tracks. You know what I mean? Because last year we did a bunch of buzz tracks, and we were like, okay, it's leading up to this EP, and like we feel like that was like sort of like the first tier. And now it's like, okay, let's start again at this level. Let's do some buzz tracks, try and get something viral and something that'll get more eyes on it, and build that up, and then build to the next project. Which I don't even know what that's going to be yet. But no, for the next few, but don't get me wrong, I probably got like 150, 200, like just really crazy pop tracks just sitting in the vault. But
Yeah, bro.
yeah,
I've heard a handful of them. I heard a handful of them, and I was again like the style and the stories and the delivery as well, like the range you got, and I've heard just across 5 tracks from like many bumpers and stuff to me, and just like that, it's again like blown away by like the storytelling. I'm a visual guy and I'm a storytelling guy, and I hear the shit that you're saying, and when he plays the next song and says this is Mason 2, I'm like, bro, like the range of like your ability to turn us up at the club or a party, or it's or to make us fucking take flowers to our missus or take her out for a dinner. It's the Drake ability. It's the Drake effect you got going on. It's like we can turn up to you, we can break up to you, or we can go and send that DM or the text to your crush online, all because by listening to your EP, you're gonna go through the range of emotions by just by bumping your tracks.
Yeah, 100%. And I think like overall, like I just love music so much, and I grew up listening to a bunch of different music, and then delved out even more when I was sort of early teen years, where I'm sort of like looking outwards for music as far as like past just what my parents have played growing up, or stuff like what that's on the radio. So I've just always loved all kinds of music, and I think like when it came to creating, like I just didn't want to put not even put a box in it, but like I just like love making so many different kinds of songs. I wake up and I'm like, I want to make like a sad piano pop song, or like the next day I'm like, I just want to make some hard ignorant shit that you don't have to think too hard about. But like and I think like the thing with the EP is like I think there's so many different stories told in that EP that I feel like everyone can relate to it. It's sort of starts with being in a new place, and you meet somebody, and then you're like, oh, this is everything I want, and then realizing maybe it's not everything you want, and then you fuck up. You're a human, you make mistakes, you collect yourself, and the end track was really about just sort of like thinking about shit. How do we even get here? You know what I mean? Am I chasing this feeling, this person, or am I just chasing like this feeling of home?
Yeah, I get that. It's like coming back to like, yeah, we're all human, and with all that, it's like we have all those different emotions. When you're with your mates, when you're on your own, you go through these different emotions, and you're writing like fresh from that. Like if you wake up and you want to write a pop song, or you want to write a sad song, or you want to write the obnoxious shit and just turn the fuck up, it's like we all experience that. It's not like I'm this and here's my style of music. It's like I'm bigger than this one pigeonhole in style. It's like I am human and I'm all of it. And in different moments, I'm going to share those experiences with you, being, your fans.
Sure.
Yeah, tough, bro. Well, I guess with the clip you shot with Connor, like just quickly, with that, was it like kind of like a turn up story? I mean, you got the dash going on. You did the service station, and like you had your homies from the track, Liam, and everyone pull up. Like, how is that going to be different to the remix?
It's obviously going to be different in just the way that it's like the circumstances in which we shot it. Like obviously we don't have all the boys over there in Atlanta, but no, it was like we really just sort of like I was at his house. We did a podcast together, and then it's 12:30, and I got to be at the airport at 5 a.m. And we're like, so what are we doing? And then just up on the spot, we came up with the idea. And luckily he does everything himself. Like he edits videos, he mixes his music, he does photos. Like so, he just had all the equipment we needed. Aside from Connor with his camera, and yeah, bro, he was pretty much like, "Yo, tell me how you want to run it. We'll do it." We came up with some like really funny ideas. Like we got like skits at the start and at the end, so it's like you really get to see like our chemistry. How funny he is, and like it's very meta in a way. Like it's very much like if you know the story, like you're just gonna love the video. It's gonna like there's gonna be so many things you're like, oh, I know exactly what's happening here. You know what I mean? Like it's perfect.
Yeah, bro, I can see it already now. I haven't even seen the video, but I can already picture it like in the scenes that's going on. You guys are having your chat through your screens. He invites you over, boom, you turn up to the thing, and the video is reflecting this whole fucking story from the screen. Boom, you're actually in his studio going, what the fuck is going on? And for me, I haven't even seen the video, but I feel like that's such it's such a great story to cement in the internet history.
Yeah, I gotta show you, man. You'll fucking love it, bro. It's hilarious, and it feels real viral too. Like it feels like potential to go crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm down. If you can send that to me so I can see it, I'll obviously keep it to myself. And bro, I know you guys have been sitting on that for. Or even when I'm pretty sure I'm going to be coming around. I got a link with Manny this week for a lot of our stuff. But yeah, I'm keen for you to come show it to me. Keep that close to your heart, and man, that will be so fire.
For sure, bro. Fucking exciting, man.
Yeah, brother. Now, while we still got you, the hometown tour. Where did you go, and how was that? Like, was it finishing in your hometown, or was it all kind of across like different bars? No, you flew around Australia, didn't you? You were getting on the planes, you were doing things. So where did you start, and yeah, fuck, what was that like? Your first sold out home tour?
Bro, it was sick, man. Like, I'd always just done shows where I'm on a lineup of a bunch of people, and being able to have my own sort of headline show and be like, okay, well, at this show, these people are here to see me. They know the songs, whether or not they know the songs, whether they just know Dash. You know what I mean? Like people came out to see me, and to do it in places like Perth and Melbourne, which I would have never have thought to go there, and I never would have thought there'd be people listening to my stuff there. Like, bro, Perth was probably the craziest show of the whole thing, and obviously it was amazing to top it off with a sold out show in my hometown in Newcastle. Like, man, it was crazy. Yeah. I got my whole family came to the show, all my boys came, and all these people like, and I'm like, they're like, yo. Like they're screaming from the crowd, play Slide, like play this shit off like my EP from 2018. Like and Ziggy said like sneaky sending them to my DJ, and I'm like, oh fuck, they're playing these songs that I'm ready for, and I'm like, I gotta listen to these songs, and I'm singing the words. Bro, it was like, it's a crazy feeling, man. Like I've never done a show like that before, and all it's done is jump to do way more. Like I'm like, bro, I gotta go do more shows, man. I gotta do another tour.
That's pretty much the vibe of like someone like Ziggy thinking on the fly and airdropping shit to Frank, and him just pulling it from the crowd's response of like your hometown crew, and then you're going, I haven't heard this in years, and these guys are all bumping all the words, right? They do it. They've been hitting all this stuff. So for you to go back and for them to rap, like perform along with you and keep up, like, That's a testament to like the homegrown fucking fans supporting you, man. Like, yeah, Newcastle, man.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yeah. Perth is like, it's like a 3 or 4 hour flight. You can fly to Bali at the same time you can fly to Perth, and you go over there and they still know all your music. Like, you forget that it's still Australia. Australia is so big.
Yeah, bro. It was just crazy, like going to Perth and you know, like initially it sold the least tickets. So we're like, oh, whatever, it's cool. We'll just go and just enjoy ourselves. It's, you know, no matter if there's 10 people there or 100 people there, we're still just gonna go hard and have a sick night. But man, I think because they're so like isolated and secluded that like as soon as someone comes, bro, everyone just shows out and they show out for their own people. Like, man, it was the crowd was just crazy, and then I brought out like Dinge, who I did a song "Wish I Knew" with, and that was like the crowd went fucking off, bro. And I brought out your boy Mars, and I brought out Shadow as well, and like they all just like support each other so hard. So I was just like, I was just sort of taken aback and like standing there, like,
Yeah.
fuck are we doing, bro? It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like everything you're saying is happening, and like it's such a shock. But like, you're not speaking it into existence by, you know, manifestation only works when you work to bring it to life. But for you guys to like within a couple of hours to be like, you know, we're playing this show, you got your boys there, now you're on stage playing this show, you're bringing them out and the crowd's turning up. You know, a couple hours, 100,000 Ks across the country, and then knowing all the words bumping your track. You didn't even know, I mean, you get these numbers, but you don't even know your reach of, you know, of all the people that are supporting you.
Wild, bro. It's really, really wild.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm so gassed, bro. I'm so excited just for the future, man. It's gonna be sick.
Man, it's exciting as well, and even your approach to it all is, you know, it's so it's such a mature response as well to like, you know, have all these things come your way, but like at the pace your career has moved, you know, in the last 12 months, putting those songs out and sort of, yeah, you know, getting this extra kick from Tpain and things, but still keeping, you know, your head in the game and you know, executing on your plan, true to your character, and still sitting back and going, okay, this is what we need to do. We're not, you know, undercook this stuff. We're not just putting it out for them. It's still got to be at a certain caliber and quality under your, you know, your curation.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think that's the thing. Like I'm trying to be like a 10-year artist type thing. Like I'm not really trying to like. I'm not chasing like a super viral moment and a one big hit that does, you know, a billion streams or 2 billion streams. Like I really want to stick around and just keep making music for the rest of my life. And you know, I'm not just trying to chase this viral moment. So like with that, like you sort of have to have a certain mindset about it and preparation and stuff.
Yeah, and if they come, that's good. But it's like, that's not the end goal. You know, you're looking at you come and go. You're not looking to tap in and kind of go off and do these other things. The end goal is music. And if you make music tomorrow, you've already had your end goal. So it's like you're creating your happiness every day by creating music. Like I said, if all of this stuff wasn't going, you'd still be making yourself happy. Walking out to your garage in Newcastle, walking out to the caravan, and make music, and you would still be feeling the same because this is what's bringing you this is what's bringing you the fire. Like, and now you just get to put to a bigger audience, and you know, you're still not taken back by the heat. Yeah, you're wearing it. But I mean, I guess yeah, we've got a couple of people listening in. I know everyone's probably eager to chime in and ask you a question while we've got you, man. If you're down for it, we might let anyone come in and take their mic off mute, and just ask, you know, say your name, say where you're from, ask Mason a quick question, and we'll see how we go from there.
Yeah, so
with Mason, how do you improve your you know, your singing and stuff, you know?
Improving singing, bro. Like I've never like thought about it too much. Like when I came up, like when I first started singing, like I really wasn't that good. Like I was decent, but I think really like the best piece of advice is just practice, bro. Just practicing singing, and if you're not super technical, if you want to look into theory and scales, and I've just been blessed enough to have an ear for music, so being able to sort of at least always hold a tune and stuff like that. But I think really it was just like I locked myself away in my room for months and was just working on songs and it's just like working out, bro. You train a muscle, it gets stronger. Like it's the same thing with music, but always like if you respond well to there's teachers who can teach you how to tighten things up or how to sing properly. Like I don't have a lot of technique. Like I don't, a lot of people say you got like sing from your gut or sing from that. Like I just sing how I sing. So yeah, I think bro, just practice. Never stop practicing. And yeah, that's my main advice, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. Mad love, mad meeting you at the Take 5 event, but yeah, mad love, Mason.
You guys sick up, bro. I appreciate you.
Hey, Mason, huge fan, man. Just want to ask a quick question, man.
Yeah, man.
If you could pick one genre of music to do the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I want to say like just like the broad scale of pop, but also like I don't know. I really like making like just hard tracks that are just fun. I guess I'd just say like the broad scale like of pop, because pop kind of changes here and there, and is like you can sort of feel the influence. But I really love like pop melodies and stuff, and yeah, we'll go with pop.
Awesome. So Mason, my name's 456Baller. I'm the Discord manager here. I've actually got a few people that have sent questions into the chat, so I'll just quickly run them through for you real quick. So Raheem, he basically asked, are there any musicians that inspire you, and more importantly, what qualities do you admire about them?
That's a good question, bro. I think one that I always sort of come back to is John Mayer. Like he's just an artist that has he's stood the test of time, and he's been through phases, but his music has always been such high quality. He's like a super talented guitarist, like a really sick songwriter, and like the tone of his voice is just like it's just fucked up, bro. He's really good, and I've always sort of gravitated to his music and really liked that about him. Man, at the start, like I was heavily inspired by Travis Scott, just because in high school I found his music, and that was like my first real introduction to like the auto-tune hip hop trap, like that wave. So I think that was like when I first started making music, like I was literally just emulating what I heard. Like I was like, okay, cool. Travis Scott sounds sick. I'm gonna sound exactly like Travis Scott. And that's what I did. But I learned through artists like John Mayer or even like Justin Bieber and Ed Sheeran, like to sort of branch out into different soundscapes and different vibes.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Hyper Draws, he's our artist. He actually asked, what was that moment of realization, of I've made it or I'm successful? And he wants to add that, of course, he knows there's more to come for you. So there's going to be more of those moments. But so far, what's been the most memorable one of like, damn, I'm really manifesting this?
I mean, that it is facts. Like I still do feel like, wow, I'm barely getting started. Like I don't feel like I've made it, but I definitely have had a lot of success in a lot of different areas. But I think one of the coolest things was just like, like there was a moment on my birthday when I was in Atlanta, and Tpain sprung it on me that we were going to do a listening party for my EP on stream, and there was just like a moment sort of like in between the songs where he just looked at me, just chilling and went, happy birthday, bro. And I was just that moment was like, fuck, this is like, this nice stuff that like I really dreamed of as as a young artist is like coming true, and I'm, hanging out with somebody that like I really grew up listening to is like, it's just that it's moments like that where you're like, man, this shit is just super fucking crazy, bro. Life is wild.
Nah, it's good to hear, man. I've got another question from Afric. He's actually in the chat now, but first memory of getting into music.
Thanks for the question, bro. First memory of getting into music, man, like pretty much like my first memories altogether. Like, my dad was in bands when he was young and played music a lot, and my mom sings, and my granddad played music, and like, so some of my dad's cousins, they like one of my dad's auntie owns a music school in Wagga, so like music has just always just been around when I was a kid, and like when I was like a baby for Christmas, like dad's getting me like toy guitars, and eventually I think maybe it was like third Christmas, like they got me like a proper guitar, and I've just always played guitar, and I picked up piano as I grew up, and ukulele, and I just sort of like music's just always been the constant in my life. Like it's just always been there. I've always loved it, and I've always played it. So yeah, man, some of those first ones, and yeah, even my mom just put in the chat when I was young. When I was young, my parents, we either won it or my dad got me tickets to go to like a Steve Vai. He's like a legendary guitarist. We went to like a masterclass thing, and they pulled me up on stage, and I got to play like "Sweet Child of Mine" for Steve Vai, and he's like giving me tips on like how to get tighter with playing riffs, and that's definitely one of my earliest like music memories. That shit was crazy.
That's really sick. I have a two-parter question. Sorry, Waller, to like just chip in, but
You're good, bro.
a little bit more unrelated, but more to the music. By the way, I'm like more new to the community, and like this is my first time also experiencing your music up and listening to your stuff now, and I really, really fucked with your shit. So the question I have is, are you going to ever do any remix competitions of any sort? Because me personally, I would love it. I would absolutely love it to remix your track Detached. But yeah, that's just me personally. But I'm just wondering, like, if you have anything like that in
dope, bro.
mind in the
Like
future.
production wise, or like artist wise, like singer,
like-
or you want to produce it?
Like no, like for example, if I had to remix Detached, like if I had the vocals for those, like the stems, and then like I would make like a house track out of that, for example.
Yeah, bro, that should be sick, bro. I could send you that, bro, for sure.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro, like that should be hard, bro. Like I remember a while ago when I had Riri out, like I sent it to a producer called Solly, who's from Sydney, and he does a lot of like Oz hip hop flips, and he flipped Riri, and I was like, oh, this shit's crazy. And then I had like this week where I was like just sending, I was like, yo, whoever wants the acapella, hit me, I'll send you the acapella, and people were just like making beats and stuff like that. So, bro, I would definitely do something like that. Like I'd love to, I'd love to tap in with like producers and people who listen to my music and see people's different takes on shit, because like I really love all different kinds of music, and like bro, something like Detached like would be dope to remix, because there's just like so many different places you could take it. But I'd love to do some remix competition.
I'm down for that, man. Like I'd really like to do that.
My God, bro, appreciate you joining and asking questions, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. Shout out.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
we've
bro.
also
Yeah,
got-
oh yeah, sorry. I was just gonna say, yeah, we'll keep in contact with that, mate, and we'll follow up with that. Keep you guys on that. Easy, bro. Baller. Yeah, what else we got in the chat?
Yeah, so this one actually is from myself. Earlier you said that you used to see yourself as just a kid from Newcastle, and nowadays you kind of see yourself as that hungry artist on the come up. But where do you kind of vision yourself in the next 5 years from now? If you could, have yourself a description of what you're doing in 5 years, what would that sound like?
Man, I think like obviously on the base level is just still making music, but but within 5 years I really want to be in a totally different space. I want to, I think
Like
this next couple of
international?
years are gonna be, yeah, bro, 100%. Like I really want to take this shit to the world and really just like keep making crazy music and performing for people and just like yeah, just doing music. But I definitely think international for sure. Uh, Potentially move to the States. If things pop there and yeah, bro. I just want to keep making music, man. To be honest, keep making music, and if the money comes, dope. If fame comes, dope. If this comes, dope. If it doesn't work out, whatever, man. Like I just love making music, and I'm just gonna keep making music for sure.
That's awesome, man. As long as your intention is pure, anything can happen. So I'm glad you said that. And I don't know if you've been reading it, but your mum's been dropping a lot of game in the Hoodstarz chat, which I'm pretty sure everyone's appreciated. But I just wanted to ask you, like, what's her impact been on your life in terms of like having that support and having her motivate you and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, it's like, it's my mom, man. There's always just always a level of impact. But now my parents, like my mom and my dad, have been like riding for me from the start for the music stuff. Like when my friends were going to uni and stuff like that, my parents were like, nah, don't do that. Focus on your music. My dad hustled and got me my first microphone and got me my first speakers. And my parents, like, I know a lot of people, a lot of people from different backgrounds and stuff, like their parents are really unaccepting of music and they're sort of like, oh, creative jobs, this and that. But my parents have done nothing but push me, bro. And they're like my biggest fans. Every time I do something, my parents are always on it. My parents are defending me in TikTok comments and doing all this stuff. So they're always.
Yeah.
My mom was the person who pushed me to make music first, and I said, she's like, oh, you should write your own songs. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna write a song about? But yeah, man, they're legends, and yeah, super grateful for them. Love you, mom.
That's beautiful to hear. Tebby just wants to Tebby just wants to jump in and ask you a question, and I think that's it.
T, we got T in.
Yeah,
mate, Mason, bro, what's good, bro? How are ya?
Chilling. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Pretty much, I just wanted to ask, like, you said earlier tonight in the AMA, like, tripping up from Newcastle, like, looking for free studio time, all that sort of stuff. Like, what's, like, your advice on, like, getting that studio time and, like, finding the right people to sort of, like, network with? Because that's, like, for me, that's, like, the step I want to be taking for, like, my musical journey right now is, like, finding the right people to network with and all that sort of stuff. So, like, just any advice on that, bro, that'd be sick.
Exactly, like bro, not being in a major city, like, fuck, sometimes it's hard, and when I started, I'm like, bro, like my eyes were just like Leroy, like I just want to be around Leroy, like I just was a massive fan, and I was like, bro, how do I do it? But man, for me, like, I was just like lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time, and I had Ziggy reached out to me and showed some love and was like, yo, let's get you in the studio. And then through that, like I just ended up meeting like all the boys and stuff like that. So really, like, for me, it was just luck. And just like, like, I mean, obviously, like, I really worked on my music and got it to a point, stylistically and just like sonic wise, like, where people are like listening and they're like, okay, I see the vision, I see what can be done, let's make it happen, and went from there. But yeah, I think the move is, as much as it sucks, bro, just slogging out that trip, bro, and just going to shows, going to events, going to parties, you know what I mean? Like, just whenever you see an event where that people in the industry are gonna be, like, like the area weekend and stuff we just had, like, where bro, everyone's gonna be there. Like, just go and show your face, talk to people. I think the thing that I did wrong when I first started was I would go to people and talk like people owed me something, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, oh, bro, like, when we doing this, and really without myself even knowing, like, I just wasn't ready for it yet. I'm here like, oh, Leroy, man, let's do a song, man. And it's like, I just wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there, and I think that was one thing I learned. It's just like how to approach people, I guess, and that's really how you build those relationships. When you know there's someone like even like Sully, who's like a crazy producer, and now he's doing this he's got like a show on Triple J, and he's been making moves. But like my first time meeting him, bro, like it was just calm, bro. Like we just chopped it up, talked about the scene, what we liked, what we didn't like, sort of like plans for the future and stuff like that. And then, you know, come now, and we're just like we're just super cool with each other. So yeah, bro, my you know, making a long ass story short, just stay around events, bro. Keep working on your music. Make sure your music's, you know, improving, and study the artists that you fuck with. Um, but yeah, man, just be yourself, be around people. Um, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. No, I appreciate that. Because, like, no, it's funny. I was even talking to Clapback today because he put something on his story, like saying, oh, like, if you want beats or whatever, like, hit me up. I remember, like, I met Clapback, like, out the front of yours and Oliver's event, like last year, whatever. I was like, oh, I don't know if you remember me or whatever. And he was like, oh, no, I remember you. So it's like, yeah, I think just getting your face out there is probably like the best thing to do.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And just like, yeah, just be yourself around people. And I think that's for sure. Like, yeah, when you have a decent interaction with somebody, bro, it sticks with you. Well, not even like, you know, like first impressions are always a big thing. You know, if you go into a situation and you meet someone for the first time, you're like, oh, that was a weird interaction. From then on, you're just gonna think about that first weird interaction. So like, it's good, like, especially someone like Clap too, who's really been around for a minute and doing his thing. Like, yeah, it's good to, you know, especially as a young artist, bro. Like when I talk to an artist and then I wouldn't talk to him for a minute when I'm first coming up, and I hit him back, and they're like, you know, they're like, oh, bro, yeah, for sure, I remember you, this and that. Like, I remember that shit felt really good, and you feel more accepted. So yeah, it's just building on shit like that, bro, for sure.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. That's like very, very good advice. Going to take that into account, bro. Appreciate it.
Keep hustling away, man.
For sure.
Yeah, bro, man. Yeah, that was inspiring. Organic authenticity, being yourself is always the way to go. I guess we're coming to the end of our chat, bro. I really appreciate your time tonight, and you know, the insight into, you know, where you are now and your future. It's been it's been really humbling for myself, and I'm sure all these other listeners as well. Getting the story from, you know, straight from Mason Dane. But it's, you know, we're boys. We got our thing going on, but even hearing it again and hearing it, you know, with new lights and extra time to really dive in to the depth of these stories, it's inspiring me, bro. You know, we came in, we've got a little history from our first video, but seeing you doing your thing and our crew, again, hearing it all again, it's inspiring, you know, finding the people around me, even though, you know, there's a lot of distance in between, you know, the people you call your team and the people bringing each other up. I still feel like, yeah, whenever we link, whenever we, you know, pull up at a show, or, you know, you pull up to a shoot or a set or a studio, and when we run in, just like we did last time when we went and did that school gig, it was just like, you know, it's like nothing changed. So, you know, we've only known each other for a couple of years, but yeah, it's dope to see, you know, how you carry yourself, not only in our sort of our friendship and relationship, but like to everyone else as well. It's super inspiring where you're at, your age, and your career. You're only doing big things, man, and it's exciting to see it flourish and prosper.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you guys having me, man. It's obviously this NFT thing, I'm still super new to it and still I don't understand, but you know, I'm glad to just sort of like be amongst the community, bro, and tap in on, you know, a more personal level with a lot of people, bro.
Yeah, man, and that's our gig as well. It's such a new space for everybody. I was lucky enough to get in kind of a few months, and I want to educate, you know, people like yourself in our community to grow with this space, and we appreciate you coming on and giving us our time, and anything we can do to, you know, educate and for future endeavors with yourself, with your own stuff coming along. Like, I know our conversations outside of this are going to be some great chats of things that we can do together or even on your own, but we can help plant those seeds, and as your knowledge expands in this scene.
For sure, bro. Exciting stuff, man.
Hell yeah, bro. So I mean, we'll leave it there, bro. If you can, I guess you pretty much told the story of how to stay inspired and your work ethic and stuff. But in a quick sentence, what would kind of be this will be our last line, that for young artists up and coming like Tib and everyone else listening, what's sort of some advice you can give to them to just hone in and trust themselves as an artist? What would be a piece of advice to continue on their journey?
I think the hardest thing to come to terms with is patience, bro. Like I sat in the sideline and really worked in my music, and while all the boys are blowing up, Day One's blowing up, Creed the Kid's blowing up, like I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, when's it my turn? When's it my turn? But everything, you just need to stay patient and stay hungry. You know what I mean? It's super easy to get discouraged and super easy to look at other people and dictate like where you're at because of them. But bro, like everything for me has worked out so perfect because I stayed patient and I just stayed making music, stayed working, and now things are starting to move in a place where my life's starting to change now, and it's I get to make music every day and not have to work and do all this stuff. So yeah, I think the thing is just like try and teach yourself to be patient, bro, for sure.
Man, some wise words. Well, everyone who's in the chat right now, we're gonna let Mason go. But if you stick around, we've got a couple of his merch. It's on his was it Chasing Home? Is that what for your new merch? Yeah, we got some t-shirts we're gonna give away. So stick around for the next couple of minutes once we let Mason go. And we got 3 t-shirts to give away to everyone in here. We'll run a little game. But Mason, appreciate your time. That was incredible chats, and all the best, bro. I'll probably see you in the coming weeks.
For sure, bro. Thank you to everybody who came out, man. Exciting stuff. Go get them t-shirts, boy. Let's get it. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Yeah.
Man, I want a t-shirt, man.
Yo, who's that? Who's that?
That was Clapback.
Yo, Clapback. Yo, we got some chats to have. We got you coming on too, man. We got a mad story to tell. You're an OG in the fucking scene. I know you'll come on the story, man.
I'm still waiting for one of those NFTs, man.
Hey, bro, I told you we got you. I told you we go we're minting and we're going live next Saturday, and I told you we got you. You're in there. We're coming through. So I guess I really want to use this platform as well to really highlight our producers out there who people often look over the back end of music, and it really relies on you guys of how this shit is really slapping. Like they're putting their verses on in their music, but man, we got to shed more light on you guys like yourself, and for sure we got some funny stories to tell from the OG Dream Big Factory back in Alexandria, back on JD's couch and all that stuff, bro. So, and we got you.
Yeah, we definitely do, man.
I'm keen for that. So yeah, we're gonna be running these like all up until mid next week. So yeah, I'll be in touch to lock you in for something probably next week. But man, you get your own shirt. These are for everyone else. You got your Clapback shirts. You probably already got a Mason shirt. You need to double up.
Man, I have no merch, man. You know me.
All right. Well, hey, Reese, take it away. Let's see what Clapback and everyone else's knowledge is like on win one of these shirts. We got 3 in the giveaway. We got a couple of sizes. So yeah, first in best dress. We got extra large, and medium. So yeah, like if you win first, you pick your size. If not, you get what's coming. Just hit the gym. Either way, bulk up or go for a run.
Yeah, sweet as. So what I was going to do was ask 2 questions and then do 1 random giveaway as well. Does that sound good, everyone?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Explain, bro.
So first question would be, what's Mason Dane's latest EP called?
That'd be Chasing Home. I'm looking that in.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
nice
sir.
and easy.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
you got a shirt, bro.
Hey, man, yeah. I mean, I was stumbling then because I was looking at the in my head when I was looking at the T-shirt. I thought it was like Chasing Dream. I knew it was Chasing Home, but I fumbled it.
It was a little trick question.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's our first one. Who we got there for the? Who answered that?
That'd be
Is that
T.
T?
What?
T.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What
Hold
size?
on,
you
I
got?
went to
You
his,
got
I
a
went to his,
medium,
I
large,
went to
what
his
size?
Sydney. I'll have a medium, please.
Gotcha. Yeah, give us a quick spiel on his story.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I went to his show in Sydney and I missed out on the merch there, so I had to get in quick. Right here, as soon as I found out, little giveaway. Cheeky.
Yeah, man, the shirts are hard too. I seen him wearing them, flexing it on that last video. Him and Baby Prince did a little story, and I saw Manny in one of the tees, like the orange on the black. Kind of looks like
Yeah,
the
they look sick.
yeah. What's that Netflix series with the kids and the mind reader thing? It looks like what is that TV series?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. It
Stranger
looks like
Things?
Stranger Things fun. Yeah. It looks like that fun. All right, bro. Hey, we got you. We'll take care of that. You got the medium, so we've got 2 more shirts left. One more question, and then a random giveaway. Alfred, you're loving it.
I like
alright.
how. Okay, no, sorry, you go.
No, if you
Nah,
want to
Alfred,
speak,
what
go for it.
do you like, bro?
No, I was just like, I was laughing because the thing is, like, I want to answer these questions, but I'm literally only discovering Mason Dane today, so it's yeah.
Yeah. You got some YouTube homework today. Type in,
I'm
you know,
literally
type-
listening
type
to his stuff
find the
right
word,
now.
Yeah, bro. Reread by me. Stand Down by Last Edition. I'm pretty sure Dash was by Last Edition too. And then go and look at the Tpain reactions too. Like they're fire as well. And then Mason's reactions. Yeah, it's cool to hear it now and then go and check in on it.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right,
this one might require a little Google or YouTube search since some of you aren't necessarily Mason fans, but well, until tonight. But what was the first song that he produced and rapped on that he's uploaded to YouTube?
Losing interest.
Bam, he got it.
Bro, Afric on the ball.
No, I'm already on my research game, so yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you're not losing.
He must have been already on his YouTube.
Yeah.
He was. Oh.
All right, bro. We got a large and extra large. You want the baggy? Or you want the good fit? Which one you want?
I think the large would be good.
All right, let's get you the large. We'll reach out to you on the Discord. Maybe we'll take care of that. We'll reach out and we'll get your postage and we'll flick it out to you. Legend, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so I'll quickly share my screen, and just so you guys can understand how I've done this.
And this is for the last XL Chasing Home Mason Dane T-shirt.
Yeah, so this is essentially everyone who's came in. I've recorded their name.
Yeah, we got you.
If I can flip this thing. Yeah, I've had to do it on my other phone, but this is everyone who's joined in today. So I'll just I've already saved
2
it.
phones.
Yeah, 2 blinkies. All right. So I'm chucking this one in. Shuffle the names. All right, let's see who wins today.
All right, here we go. Let's hit the raffle.
Wav.
Wow.
Better
Is
now.
he in here? No, he's not. All right. Well, I'll have to give him a message, but he's won a free T-shirt.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Respect to him. Hey, I've been seeing him pop up as well. He's been active. He's been coming in. He might have even submitted a song. So, I mean, that's a good win for him. But you know what else we got to give away,
sure.
Reese? We still got our chilling trophy. We got everyone in there. You know, we're gonna post the video and stuff on our reels and our Instagram of this draw for people who each week, every time you came to the AMA, got you a ticket to win this chilling trophy. Coming to the end of the week, it's the Friday. It's the closing date of our song competition tonight at 12 p.m. I think it's time to draw our chilling trophy raffle.
Awesome. Do you want me to do it the same way?
Yeah, please, bro.
All right.
And that's
so same thing then. I'll just have to get this bad boy back up. All right, so this is everyone who's joined us in the AMAs. If you see a double name, it's because they've joined in numerous days. So, you know, we've got a fair few people in here. All right, so let's just copy that.
nice. Yeah, each time you're in, I've got you a ticket. So that's how we got there.
Let's see who won this trophy, eh?
Yeah, man. The chilling trophy. I've had some good nights with it. Couple of good nights drinking some God's nectar out of that. But I'm happy to pass it on and see what comes of that.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're ready. Here we go. Chilling the trophy.
Sick one.
Sick one.
Is he in here? Nah.
He literally just left before, but that's great, man. That's a big win.
Yeah, I reckon he'll be stoked at that. He popped in a few times as well, so I'm pretty sure he had at least a double entry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Sick One's been in from the start, so that's cool to see that.
I think he was at every one of them.
Shoot. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Sick One's a Sick One.
I think, he had 3 entries, I think. Three or 4. But should we make a little post for him and give him a surprise, or should I announce it in the Discord?
Hey, let's do a little post because he's probably like, you know, he's probably out having some beers or doing whatever. I reckon let's surprise him with a post. Let's share his stuff. Let's tag him and let everyone go and click and see what he's about.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's let him know that the trophy's been drawn. Just in the Discord. People here got the exclusive. We know Sick One won it. Let's not spill it. Anyone here? Let him find out with a surprise. But yeah, everyone, I appreciate you guys here. You know, the AMAs coming through. It was definitely insightful with Mason Dane. Anyone who missed it, it's going to go up on our Hoodstarz YouTube. So, you know, this is not going to go unseen. That's the beauty of this. You get to hear it live and interact with them when you're here in the Discord. But if you do miss it, you still get to, you know, hear the chat we've had. And I mean, I hope it was, I hope you guys took as much as I did from it. And I hope you guys stick around to see what we've got coming, because we got these things rolling pretty much every day into next week, our mint day. And, you know, this is growing our community as Australia as a whole. We got to bring each other up and coming together, and just like we are tonight, producers, artists, fairs, directors, creatives, you know, it all helps. So again, I appreciate you guys for coming through, and we'll leave it here tonight, and we'll chat to you guys tomorrow.
Sweet, man. Yeah, thank you for hosting.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys. Legendary. Have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll see you in the Discord in the coming over the next few days.
All right, man. Cheers.
Legends, guys. Thank you.